Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. Today you got myself. Wow, really bad English right there. I'm losing it, and I have Lieutenant Irish joining me today.
Hello.
Our local talent, Captain McFarland, who keeps messing with that, is out on vacation, and so he was not able to join us. I tried to get him to do it remotely, but he giggled and said no.
I think he would be. I don't think he would have the technology, knowledge to get
I
that
did.
set
I
up.
tried to get him on.
Zoom him in.
So, thanks for joining me today. I
Yep,
appreciate
always.
it.
I don't think you have to thank me. I'm just here. I
He was actually already here too.
Yeah, I sleep in this place.
So today we're going to be doing a not shop talk. We're going to kind of get this one not out of the way, but I wanted to do it this week since I didn't have my local talent. The next one when he gets back, his next show when he's with Captain McFarland here, we're actually going to be doing a use of force one and talk about that a little bit. So you guys got that to look forward to, and so there's that. But getting off of the work topic, onto other things. Let's see. Is there anything going on this weekend? I think Prairie Village has their art show going on.
Yep.
We've got
we'll
that.
have some pretty good coverage out there.
They've got that going on. So if you've got some time this weekend, swing by the Prairie Village shops and check out the art show. It's actually a pretty cool little thing.
If you're not already scheduled somewhere else,
not already scheduled.
I feel like I have to say that every time, just to make sure. I know that. Just wait. Sergeant Kvist, Lieutenant Roses, Chief Leon, they all plan to hop in here, and they're just going to make fun of me.
Absolutely. I encourage it.
Yeah.
Billy, he was, but he had them planned for a while, so he came back for a little bit and all to go back on vacation again. Buckman, glad to see you in here.
Buckman?
Sorry to hear. I hope you're okay, brother.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Dude, heal that leg up.
Heal that up. Need you back full force. So take care of yourself. Get better, brother.
But now you have all the time to sit here and watch the podcast.
Yeah,
you know?
it shouldn't be any
now
reason.
we don't yell at you. You know,
There shouldn't be any
we're
reason I
working.
shouldn't see you in here every week, twice a week now.
Exactly. Notifications on. Please. Please. You need to know.
So thanks for joining us, guys. Let's see. Other than that, I don't really know of anything, big events or anything going on this weekend. You think of anything? I know neither of us really have a life outside of work, so it's probably to the work.
I don't think as far as like events happening on our sites and stuff.
So the nightmare begins. There.
What nightmare?
Shut up.
What nightmare?
He who shall not be named.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That's your new
I
one.
know who you are. I know who
that's
you
your
are.
new name.
Lieutenant Brown, let me know.
That's your new name.
Yeah.
But I think we're probably the two worst people to talk about like random events going on.
Yeah, no, it's I think the fact that we have our like desks, but we also have pillows and blankets, like it's embarrassing.
You use
But
a
sometimes
blanket?
like we,
Do you use a blanket?
like a jacket, like a Titan jacket.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah. So I was actually thinking about just getting Titan tattooed onto my arm or something. Just,
in 6 months, you're going to go through a branding. We're actually going to.
oh, fantastic! Is that like okay?
Initiation.
Gotcha. No thanks. I think I would rather just do the tattoo. That's way easier to heal.
What do you mean we'll never find you? We know exactly where you are.
I know who you are, Officer
First
Rush.
Friday. That's right. First Friday is this weekend.
Oh, that's my favorite
I
event.
love First Fridays. They've
That
got
is my
some of the
favorite
best
event.
food trucks out there.
If our schedules did not just change. By the way, if you're planning to just call, I got a call the other day, and it was a male officer, and he goes, "Oh, I thought I was gonna get Lieutenant Brown," and I was like, "Can I help you?" And he was like, "No, bye." I was like, "Okay."
That's great.
So if you're planning to reach Lieutenant Brown or our newest lieutenant, Lieutenant Fields, our schedules have changed. So just bear with us if you're expecting to talk to a specific lieutenant. Just
Are
be
you saying
patient.
nobody wants to talk to you?
No, it's a frequent thing. It's because I don't sit here and listen to the
Shenanigans?
Yeah, the bad excuses.
First
up.
Fridays. Pride is excuse me. Pride is all month.
Pride started yesterday, I believe. Right?
It
What
did.
day is it? I don't know. They
It's
all
the
merged
second.
together now. Yeah.
It's Friday. Well, my Friday. That's
Yeah.
not true. I got stuff to do this weekend.
No, if you guys have time and you guys aren't working,
Billy says I wouldn't want to talk to you either.
Billy and I did CPR training
Where's that
together.
knife wound? I see it.
Yeah, right. Actually, just all the wounds from Leon just sticking his
He's poking
pointer
you.
finger right into my rib cage.
I'm surprised you don't have a constant bruise there.
I know. I made a joke about that in the meeting. Leon does not hurt me. I'm just going to put that out there. But as far as First Fridays, I think even if you're not working, it's a really cool event to go check out. You know, just it's art and stuff. You know, it's kind of like a farmer's market, but for like not food.
Yeah.
And it's all throughout KC. They have some really good food trucks. I've worked that event.
The downtown part of it, where the food trucks are, I've eaten it. I think I did the first like 2 or 3, maybe 4 of them, and I had a different food truck every time. And the food trucks, all of them were amazing.
Yeah, no, they're delicious. And I think that the last one I worked, I think it was confused. I think it was Kansas or Missouri was confused on what weather it wanted. Because it was like hot, but then it was also cloudy and kind of felt like rain was coming. So not a whole lot of people came. I always just stick myself at the food court area.
Of course you do.
I'm not going anywhere else. And I think we probably had less than what was expected.
Yeah.
But we talked to the guy out there, and he said that through the years that they've been doing it, it's just progressively gotten more and more.
Oh, yeah. When they first started, it was barely any turnout. Now, when the weather's nice, there's probably 3,000 or 4,000 people that come through there.
No, it's cool. I would say that we're the main security. I know some businesses.
I love how we said it's not shop talk, and here we are.
Well,
talking about
unfortunately, we got the 2 people that our entire lives revolve around this place. So, I don't even know. My sister's got a graduation party tomorrow.
We have a guest commenting. Connor says, "Who let this guy on the show?"
Who's Connor?
That's a very good question.
I actually don't even know if we have a Connor that works here. What do you do? I don't think I've ever heard of that guy.
Never heard of a Connor?
No. Is that our?
Oh no.
What?
Leon's here.
No, Chief.
Get him,
Chief, please.
Get him.
Man, I probably shouldn't have gone up and given him a hard time right before the podcast because it's just.
Did they tell you what I was doing?
No.
So he was in there talking to Roses. This was great. I absolutely loved it. He's in there talking to Roses, trying to tell a story, and we got the little windows just to the right of the doors. I started making faces behind him.
Oh my god!
Like doing this and did a little thing like that, and then as he's talking, he tags on the window, and I did the bunny ears behind.
Oh my god!
And I put my hand high enough to where it was above his head, and Roses just couldn't contain himself.
So really, it's just Leon's coming after both of us today. Yeah, I think I know a Sergeant Kavist. I think he does a little bit more than Roses. I think, or Connor.
Everybody does more than Roses.
Yeah, Connor just kind of sits at his desk and yells. He threw balls everywhere. He walked into Chief's office and just like,
the boss is here, fun's over. Everybody, cheese
everybody
it.
get out of here. Go.
No. That would be Sergeant Kavist that everybody runs for. Sit up straight is a comment we're getting.
Who made the comment before who made the comment?
Chief.
Apologies, sir. I'm expecting him to come through that door. Why am I sweating?
They're
Because
gonna pick on you now.
Because Coop decides to have these like
These are not
miniature sun lights, and they feel like you're touching the sun. So
They're not even. They produce no heat. They're LED.
that's a lie. This one,
That one
actually down below me.
That one does.
Yeah.
That's not. Well, I think that's LED. I don't know.
But yeah, it's like you're basically doing a podcast on the sun. What? I don't like this because Coop's the only one that can see the.
I used to have. Well, we used to use a little tablet for McFarland, but he's so untech savvy that he would let it log out, and then he'd be like, on podcast be like, I can't get in.
I was talking to McFarland the other day, and he was trying to find a specific report. This guy has done reports for however long he's been here, right? You know. And he was like, how do I find it? He's scrolling through months worth of reports. And I was like, there's a filter button. You just click the filter button, tap user, and type in their name. He was like, how'd you figure that out? Like, because I'm not old like you.
When I don't know, it was probably like 6 months into using our current scheduling system. He was putting somebody on a shift, and he was doing the whole search function, like where you actually pulled up the search menu, looked up their name, and then double clicked it. And I was like, why don't you just type in their name? He goes, I don't know their number. I go, you don't need to know the number. You just type in either just their last name or their first and last name, and it'll bring it up. And he goes, no. And he did it. He goes, well, how did you know that? Oh, I've known that the entire time. Like, I told you that before.
No, you have all these shortcuts. I sit here and I still do it the way that he was doing it.
Oh, come on, dude. I've told you that one.
You like go to assign employee, type in their name, hit enter, all that stuff. But you and Brown, I'll say, I need this person assigned. Just do them. Coop's over here highlighting a bunch of stuff. I don't like that you're laughing. What are you laughing about now?
Your podcast on the Sun.
What? I know that was. I know that was
Leon
Roses.
it's Leon being childish.
Oh, I want to get me and Leon in on a podcast.
I'm not saying that one, Connor. Although that's funny. I'm not saying it out loud.
I don't want to know what it is. I want to get me and Leon in on a podcast, and we just sit across from each other, and
Pick
then
on
just
each
let
other?
that. No, that just let. No, I'm not picking on that end.
Hey, boss, you want to join us in here and pick on him? You're welcome to come join us
I'm
and
so
pick on
scared.
him.
I'm so scared.
We'll know if he
I'm
shows
so
up.
scared. Yeah, and he's not even gonna do. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it the Leon way, where he comes over and it's kind of like the GTA 4 opening the car.
Just rips the door open.
Yeah, and he walks in. I know. The moment I walk out of this room, he's going to yell my name. He's going to yell my name and be like, get in my office.
Brendan!
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Get in here. Well, I'll tell you what. There's
No, he makes me uncomfortable. This is great. This was not meant to happen, but the picking on him session is great.
I think those are like the most popular ones, though.
Oh yeah,
those ones.
Leon. His name is not Lieutenant Shaughnessy or Lieutenant Irish. It is Lieutenant Lulu. So you can call him Lieutenant Lulu now. That is his new name.
I hadn't
He has a
seen-
new badge being name tag being ordered that we're going to put on his vest.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I
I'm
paid for
down
that personally.
I had Mort made.
Yeah,
right.
I paid for Lieutenant Lulu.
Thank you. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah,
That's gonna
and
be
you're
great.
going to wear it.
I will. I'll wear it on the back of my vest.
Absolutely.
100%. I wore the Mort one for a while, and whenever people would ask for my name, since we don't have to tell them, I just say Mort. No, 50% of the time they'd say that's not. There's no way. Yeah, there's no
I
way.
remember the first time somebody told me that, and I was like, no. And then I was like, we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I could totally see that.
There was another one that somebody called me the other day. It was like a squirrel that had like raging ADHD.
Oh, from Hoodwinked, I think. When they give him coffee and he like
Yeah. That's what
the
Tommy
movie's
said.
Hoodwinked.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
Which after watching videos,
The first time,
so accurate.
It's funny because I said the same thing about Sergeant Patton. There was one day he had, I think it was like 3 or 4 pots of coffee.
Yeah.
And he was just zooming like hardcore. There was three pots of the coffee I buy, and then he had a full pot of Death Wish. And
Oh my God, him
he
on
was-
Death Wish was
he
hilarious.
He was so caffeined out. He kept running around, and he couldn't keep like on one thing. He kept bouncing. And I was looking around. I was like, Ortiz. I was like, doesn't he remind you of the dude from that one movie, the little squirrel? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I had to look it up. She goes, absolutely. Once I looked it up,
Which is hilarious because Patton's such like I don't know why I picked up my coffee. Patton's such like a relaxed individual, right?
hold on, Roses. What did you make a second YouTube just so you could put out the real Connor Roses?
No, one's Sergeant Kvist, I guarantee it. They're sitting next to each other, and Kvist even said,
No, the name is the real Connor Roses. TM. That's hilarious.
"What if that was already
need
made?
Lulu
What if
and
that
Voss
was already made?"
We need Lulu and Voss to do a Batman voiceover collaboration.
No, Voss will win. Voss over the radio was hilarious. Kvist, if you're in here, what did you call me the other day? He texted me and was like, "Why does your voice sound like that over the radio?" I was like who? He said a name that I did not recognize. But it's the guy
That
from
has to be Brian.
Gran Torino.
Oh, it's even got, I just noticed it's even got his photo.
No way.
The real Connor Roses has got his
I would
business
laugh.
photo.
I would laugh so hard if that was already made. Like pre to this, and the guy was like, "Oh, all I got to do is log in." He just had it waiting.
Great.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey, Brian, don't make me give your YouTube channel a shout out where you reviewed sunglasses.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. Don't
I
worry.
don't think Brian's in here.
I have a bad habit. If I find somebody's social media, I'll just go through all of it. All of it. And
you're
yeah,
welcome.
he went
I don't
through.
have one.
I know
I
you
have
don't.
one, but I
I
don't
know you
use
don't.
it.
I know you don't. No, I was gonna talk about how the other day during our meeting, all hands on deck meeting, I walked in. I hadn't seen Leon in days.
Yeah.
And I was covering for an on-site for a couple of hours, and so I was late, which I already hate being late to anything. And I walked
Especially
in,
if you're in it with Leon, because he'll never let you live it down.
right, and he was sitting right inside the door, so I just
And you
kind of
chose to sit next to him.
it was hilarious. You should have seen his face because he said, "Go grab that chair over there." So I went and grabbed it, and I just plopped it right down next to him, and I just stared at him and smiled. And he looks over at Mr. Smith. He's like, "This guy." He's like, do you see him? Why is he so close to me? So the rest of the time I was just looking over at him and smiling, keep paying attention. Oh, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. And that's when I made a joke. I was like, it was nice. I actually started to see the bruise. From
Yes,
my rib
Billy, I
cage.
probably do, but I haven't been on that in I don't know how long. I haven't used that in forever.
What is it?
Facebook. Billy said I pop up on her recommended.
I have a lot of people that pop up on my recommended. Like a lot of our officers, or like Corporal Correa was telling me the other day how my brother showed up on his recommended, and I wasn't even friends with him or with Correa. So the fact that it just like tied it through together,
knows.
yeah.
Well,
it's
what
weird.
it is because it's tied into your phone.
Yeah,
It reads that there's the two contacts, and it's like, oh, they know each other.
right. Well, I came up with a theory that it's like the GPS based, where it's if a phone is near another phone, like multiple times, then it's like, oh, these guys are in the same place. They might
Maybe.
know each other.
Maybe.
I have a theory.
I don't know if I don't know if Facebook's that smart, but that's not true. It 100% is.
We activated my Siri somehow.
Bad. No.
Scary.
It knows.
I have a lot of theories. There's also a theory. Have you
Are
seen
you
all
going to
the
go like tinfoil on me right now?
not shop talk? Is what
I
I'm
say, if
gonna
we
do.
go tinfoil, we really need to make sure Brian's in here and get him in on it.
I can't talk to Brian.
Brian's tinfoil, dude. Just
Oh my god,
I'm
I
tinfoil
like
too,
it.
but-
I like it. But have you seen the trend lately over all the diesel pickup trucks catching fire?
no.
Yeah, like everybody's got these cool like most of them are Dodges, so it might just be
Boss.
yeah.
His is gas.
But it's all diesels, but all over TikTok, all over like Facebook
Yeah.
and stuff, it's just these massive car fires that are happening, and it's been like 15 to 20 of them this week alone of vehicle fires from diesels. It's weird. And somebody went to a gas pump and started to pump out the diesel fuel.
Yeah.
You know how it's supposed to be green? It was like barely clear. It almost looked like olive oil. Yeah.
I know. Well, and that's the thing is there's a couple of different types of diesel. There's on-road and off-road. Off-road
Yeah.
is red.
Right.
It's meant for construction vehicles, big like the construction trucks and stuff like that, or anything that doesn't stay on the roads for more than like 3 or 4 hours.
Right.
Like my stepdad used to drill water wells, and all of our trucks used off-road diesel because it's a different
Somebody is
tax.
commenting. I can see the chat moving. It's probably telling me to sit up straight.
Why is he talking? Oh,
Yo.
Lulu's going full Space Force.
Yo, I don't like
The
this.
real,
I don't like this at all.
the real Connor Rosa says on this episode of Not Shop Talk, conspiracy theories with Lieutenant. Hey, Lieutenant Cooper and Private Panera.
That's hilarious. Who put that one?
I don't know.
That was actually. That was a good
Whoever
one.
the real Connor Roses is, if you know my contact information, please reach out to
That
me
was
because this is
actually hilarious.
hilarious.
I'm telling you,
It's
one
gotta
of
be
them-
Brian.
No, one of them is definitely Kavis because they told me that they were going to sit next to each other and watch it.
Yeah, but
They were just
there's
gonna comment.
they would have to make another YouTube channel.
Unless you can just edit a name. I feel like you can definitely just edit a name.
I don't know. I got to know who that is though. The real Connor Roses. If I don't, if I know, just reach out. If you've got my contact information, reach out to me because this is hilarious. I gotta confirm who you
No,
are.
this is gonna be my last podcast, everybody. It's just all roasting me. I feel like we haven't had like an actual topic in like a really long time. It's
No,
just
we
been-
did.
What was the
We
last
had one
one?
last week, and we're gonna go over a little bit of the. We had one last week. Last week for getting ready for events and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
and,
that's right. That's right. Oh, the holiday weekend.
expectation holiday weekends and how to prepare for it. The one was how to prepare for holiday.
I guess it's just all of us talking. We
Yeah.
constantly go into
We go into spin-offs.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just terrible. It's like 5 minutes of the actual topic, and then just the rest of us.
It is
making fun of me.
Connor Roses, obviously.
Now it's gonna
It's
confuse
not.
me.
It's not. No.
I'll bet you it's the person that we don't name. They saw that he was in there, and then he was saying that he wanted to.
No, he's already
change
in
his
there.
name. No, I don't believe it. I know it's you, Officer Rush.
Calling him
Yeah,
out.
didn't think I was gonna call you out like that. You can call Lieutenant Brown and complain for him telling me.
Oh, man, that's great.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
Oh, man. All right, so moving on.
Weather.
Weather. Welcome to your local weather report. I need to get a little thing in here like I have little transitions. I need one in here for the weather, so I can click it and it'll be like your local weather.
Oh, that'd be
report.
cool. Like it just pops up on the
Yeah.
on the right, and then we can just pan the camera over, and then I'll just act like a
Solely on
weather,
you. Yeah.
like a weather reporter. Got
let's
80-degree
see.
weathers all week.
Saturday, oh my, it's gonna get hot. 89 degrees Saturday, 91 on Sunday, 89 on Monday, Tuesday, and 78 on Wednesday. So it's gonna be hot. Little light chance of rain. Tuesday looks like it's got a 61%.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
It's nice to get the
Add
rain to
some
cool it
hid-
down every once in a while.
The only thing I don't like about it is the humidity it brings with it. I like the rain because it cools everybody down, but the humidity that it brings and the humidity that it leaves just makes it,
No, I agree.
especially when it's 93, 94, 95.
I remember last summer, most of our buildings that we were walking through for patrol didn't have any type of like heating.
I know nobody of that name, my dear Brendan. It is. It's him.
It's Rush. Oh man, Rush, you're totally caught now.
Oh, man,
it's
let's
been it's
see.
been so long. He's been hiding under the radar, but now he's out.
Let's
It's like
see.
when Spider-Man got announced who he was. Never mind.
He didn't announce who he was. It was
But like got called out.
Yeah.
He got caught, figured out who he was. Anyway,
nerd.
all of our buildings they had no central heating or cooling, and it was just hot. Like you were in a sauna
Yeah.
every time you were walking through these like 20-floor buildings, and we would be on calls or anything, and we're just like, it's like you're a constant stream of sweat off your nose. You're writing down people's information.
Oh, dude,
Oh my god, it's awful.
I used to work for my stepdad drilling water wells and doing the pumping for it. And so we'd install the pumps and the wiring and all of everything. And we'd be out there, middle of the desert, like nothing around you. You've got the drill truck, the water truck, and then the work truck, which is ours was a blue Chevy single cab, and that was it. We brought an umbrella with us just for shade because I mean there's nothing out there. It's the 3 trucks and 4 people. And so we're all trying to huddle into this umbrella while the truck's drilling because you can't do anything as it's drilling. You're just sitting there waiting for it. And so we're all trying to huddle into this stupid umbrella because it's 104 degrees with no cover. And of course, we're all sitting there sweating because it's 104 degrees, no cover, no nothing. And we all look at each other. My stepdad looks at me and goes, "You're the smallest one here. Get out." And he pushed me into the shade. And I was like, "What do I do?" He goes, "Go somewhere else."
That
So I
hard
hopped,
parenting.
I hopped in the work truck, the little one.
Yeah.
I turned it on, closed the door, and locked them. Turned the AC.
Oh, that's
They're
hilarious.
banging on the windows. What's wrong with you? I'm
That's
staying
the fuel.
cool.
That's the fuel. Yeah. On a real note, while it gets hotter, if you're wearing any type of vest, that is going to trap not only the heat but the odor as well. So make sure that we're drinking. Yeah, deodorant.
I can't remember what it's called now, but there's a body armor deodorant that I've used for years.
A rest vest.
Is that what it is? The white bottle with the spray?
It's not a white bottle. I know Safe Life has one, and then I also know that there's a whole different company. It's like a black bottle.
The one I
Rest
can't
Vest.
remember what it's called now, but I had one for years. It was a white bottle like that, and it had a sprayer on it, and I'd use that before, during, and after my shift. If I got a chance where I could take my vest off, like going to the bathroom or something,
Yeah.
I would bring it in with me, and I'd spray my vest down just because I know that being from the desert, I'm a sweater.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, luckily the exterior carriers are a little bit easier to fight that. You go into somewhere where you're going to be safe for a little bit, and you can just take it off really quick. But the inner vests underneath the uniform, you got to take the whole
you
uniform
got to wash
off.
it.
So
Yeah, make sure you're taking care of your
please
equipment.
be cautious of that, or courteous of that.
Anybody that lives in the Midwest, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. That's 100% true.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of humidity under that vest. I'll tell you what.
Good detective work, Lulu. That's from Billy.
I don't know. Does Billy not like? Is she in every single podcast?
Close to.
Okay, is there a way we can mute her? Like,
No.
is there like a way
I
we can time her
refuse
out?
to.
That's so messed up.
I'm hoping Leon. I haven't seen Leon in a little bit, and normally I like it when he's here because he gets to pick on us.
No, he's probably sitting right outside the door. He's just waiting.
They do get pretty rowdy if you don't wash your vest. So make sure you guys are doing
Yeah.
that, taking care of your equipment, your uniforms, please.
Well, especially
wash
like
them
for those posts where you're sitting in like a smaller room or stuff like that. You have the 24-hour coverage and everything like that.
Sorry, that name just kills me.
What?
The real Connor Roses.
But like any site where you're gonna be in a close quarters for a long period of time, and they have the 24-hour coverage, you got to make sure that
that's another
staying
thing.
hydrated.
It's
Hygiene.
part of housekeeping. You know, something that
Yeah.
we do for even our offices here. You know, when it comes to not just hygiene, but taking into consideration everyone around you. You know, we like in my office, I share it with Lieutenant Ortiz. We vacuum at least once a week. We wipe all the surfaces down, and when we think that it's like when we eat food that like Mexican food or any kind of food that has a smell that you'll smell it.
Right.
We have an incense we use to kind of muddle it so that way it doesn't smell like that. You know, whatever food we're eating for 3 days.
Right.
Although somebody plugged in a Glade plug-in in the hallway, best decision.
Yeah, no, it smells
It
fantastic.
smells amazing.
That is the hardest conversation for any supervisor to have with an officer. So I feel like if I say it on the podcast,
What?
because they're constantly saying, "Oh, did somebody complain about me?" No, but we're going around reminding every officer as the heat starts to come to be cautious and courteous of that.
Billy, don't let Bread Boy talk down to you like that. I, the real Connor Roses, appreciate your input and value your presence in this podcast. Bread Boy? Am I missing a reference there?
Yeah, from like 2 podcasts ago when I said that I bought bread.
Oh yeah.
And it was stuck in my. It was good. You can hate all you want, but there's only one restaurant that does bread bowls, and I love
what
them.
am I missing?
I love bread bowls, but Bread Boy, weird. Okay.
I was like confused for a hot second there. I was
Leave
like,
me
what?
alone. Leave me alone.
You guys are gonna scare him away. He's never gonna want to come back.
Never
here.
gonna be on the podcast again. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's not true.
No, but I
He's
know
a
a lot
glutton
of
for
times,
punishment.
like officer, as far as housekeeping goes, whenever we have an area that's designated to our officers, we get a lot of phone calls saying, "Hey, the clients asked me to take out the trash or do something like that." That's not in my job duties. It is.
It is.
It
Housekeeping.
absolutely is. It's like page 13 or something in the handbook, where it says that you're housekeeping and clean up your area that's designated to you. It's just a respect thing, especially
Yeah.
when we have
It's taking care of
multiple officers working in
It's
one
taking
spot.
care of it. It's like podiums. If you're standing at a podium, and that's what the client's given us as our space, that's what we can use to, place our logbooks or any of our reports or anything like that. It's courteous to not only your fellow security officers but to the client to keep the area clean, free of debris, no smelly foods. Don't leave anything that's going to rot inside of it. Stuff like that. It makes it nicer for you, your fellow coworkers, and everybody around you. So why wouldn't you?
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, if somebody asks you to go like mop the sidewalk, don't do that. That's not in your job duties. But keeping your area clean definitely is.
Yeah.
But that's just stuff that you need to be cautious about with the summer coming and hotter weather. Also, more erratic behavior from people that are dehydrated.
Big thing with is as the weather gets nicer and the heat comes on, make sure that we're staying hydrated. And I've said it before, and I will probably say it forever and ever. When we're talking about hydration, we're talking about the day before, not the day of. If you're trying to rehydrate the day of, you are already too late. I just recently had to go through this with somebody close to me. I just had to yell at him a couple of weeks ago because he was not taking care of himself. And he'll never see this podcast, but I'm still not going to call him out personally. But he was not taking care of himself the way he should have been. And I found out finally. I yelled at him, and he goes, "Well, I'm doing it now." I said, "Well, now is too late.
Yeah.
Now is too late."
This is
need
coming
to
from a
do it
guy that
before."
like refuses to drink water. I hate the taste of water, but when it comes to your safety,
So the way, because I'm similar to that. It's not that I hate the taste of water. It's just after a while I get tired of drinking water.
yeah,
And so I use their caffeine packets, or I use.
I don't need more caffeine.
You can get it without caffeine.
I
I'm
drink
saying
so
what
much
I
caffeine.
use. I'm saying what I use.
Yeah,
You can get them without caffeine.
right.
And it's like tea or like lemonade add in, and it still
Like the
technically
Crystal
water.
Lights.
Yeah, it's still
that's
technically
like,
water.
That lemonade doesn't really taste. Like lemonade.
Just they got fruit punch and other flavors too.
Apparently, I just call out a bunch of brands on this podcast. I just have negative reviews. Yeah. Get that on standby. Have that on standby. But no, as far as behavior wise, I'm just gonna keep looping back. I'm gonna keep looping back to what I was saying. Behavior wise, we have a lot of people downtown that drink alcohol. Surprising, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a bunch of bars down there.
Right. And it's important to be not only aware of the symptoms of dehydration.
Hey, hold on now,
and
Billy.
stroke.
Don't do that. I'm going to interrupt you on this one.
Billy.
She says, I'm one of the top you are one of the top viewers. You just told someone about the podcast yesterday. It's interesting to get in security. Thank you. No more helping out. Do you want me to hit him? I'll mute. I'll shut the camera off and I'll hit him.
No.
You just say the word, Billy. I'll turn the camera off real quick and I'll pop him one for you. It's
Billy, don't do it.
It's a mutiny. Dr. Pepper is life. Dr. Pepper. That's not water.
Yo, I said that. I said that to start.
Water.
The base of all these drinks is water. If my body is unable to separate those, then I need to make my body better.
We're gonna go blank for a second because I'm gonna hit him for Billy. Okay?
No, don't do it.
Just 2 seconds. I promise.
Billy.
We'll be right back.
Billy. Thank you.
All right, we're back.
Thank you. Ouch. That was unfortunate. Anyway, it's important to recognize the symptoms of my leg is throbbing of dehydration, heat stroke, everything like that.
I did not hit him for content purposes. I did not hit him. He's just whining because he's a whiner now. Leon, where are you? I need you to pick on him because he's crying.
Not crying, I'm sweating because I'm on the sun. Anyway, heat stroke, dehydration. Just be ready and know how to recognize the signs and the symptoms and what you should do.
I will say something that does help, not like right away, because there's nothing you can really do other than fluids from EMS or anything. But if you get a Pedialyte, if you got someone who's suffering right then and there, if you get a Pedialyte, they help immensely.
Yeah.
It takes a few minutes because it's got to get into the system and everything, but it is probably the best thing you could do right away, outside of doing everything you can to stay hydrated beforehand.
Yeah, always if you are dealing with something like that, always contact your emergency medical services as well.
No, okay.
What, are you deleting a message?
Yeah, we're not doing that one. No, the real Connor Roses. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. I'm all for jokes and having fun, but we will not have that kind of comment again.
No, what it was.
I'll tell you here in a second.
Okay.
I know it was satire, but the last thing I need is someone mistaking that.
There's not much more to say about hot weather. I'm gonna keep if I keep talking about hot weather, it keeps the topic off of me. So I'm just gonna keep doing that.
So all right. So on that note, I think we're gonna call it, guys.
Yeah, way to go, the real Connor Roses. You just ruined the podcast.
No, we didn't.
You ruined the podcast.
No, we didn't.
Cut it off. Turn it off. I'm tired.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back live on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Thank you so much for everything you do in the field that allows us to continue to do stuff like this and for us to make fun of him live with you guys. So thank you so much for everything you guys do. We appreciate it so much. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Enjoy your weekend, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.